Hello, I'm Umbrenero and welcome back to Umbrenero's Life. Today's video is my August 2026 Media Journal recap. I believe back in July I said August was going to be an odd month. Well, it is a very odd month because I never even got to making the calendar for my August setup, and in reality I only have 5 covers that I'm going to be adding because I just reused the sections that were still open and available from my July area because August has been a very odd month. I'm just going to keep it at that. And I'm sure there's more things that'll be added, but I'm bringing you through the entire process of how I do update my journal when I am doing these videos. So one of the first things I do is I print out the covers, poster, something that'll represent an item in my journal. And then I cut it out. Depending on how many things, it's usually only one sheet of paper and nicely printed, but I got distracted, realized like an hour later that I forgot an item, so I had to print it separately, and one of those things. But I usually cut stuff out, and normally I'm cutting out a lot faster than I did here. But when you are dealing with a strained thumb, you gotta make do with what you can. And I will just openly say, it has made getting stuff done pretty hard. But I'm still trying. I can still do some things, just not everything. So then I went into the journal and it's like, all right, where did July begin? Oh, seeing the calendar. We know we start after then. And I really didn't have anything to add to my top 3 because I just felt like nothing is at that point right now. And also, since I didn't have the calendar, I wasn't even going to worry about it. And yeah. So, going through and filling this in, and I was looking at the numbers there, and I'm like, wait, this isn't adding up. Because one of the things I'll do is I'll write in the numbers for my categories when I'm done with it to make it easier for when I'm recording this, that way I don't have like 20 sticky notes to sort through. And I grabbed my phone, I'm like, all right, I gotta do this math. This does not look right. Do the math. Oh, 0.4 off. Easy fix. Still the same rating for me. Fine. But I do it in a pencil, so that way it's lighter, easier to write over with a dark pen. And I was having to write pretty slow while doing this, so that way I didn't strain my wrist and thumb more than it already is. And this makes playing some games kind of hard too. So you gotta do what you gotta do. But then I realized I never went in and added dots to certain things. And it's like, well, these games are ongoing, so they get this color. If it's completed, it gets the yellow. I haven't DNF'd anything in quite a while, so it was a lot of just, all right, let's go through here, get this done, this done, this done, and just catch up. Because there was 2 weeks in August where I didn't really get time to play games, read, watch movies, and I just knew I wasn't going to get to every single thing, and I would get to some things quicker than others. Like, there was a book that I finished, didn't realize I finished it, and then reread it all within this time, which it happens. And the fact that I'm only adding one new book into this section does say a lot for me. And I have figured out things that I want to change for next year already. Like, there is certain things that I know I want to do to make stuff go a little bit easier. So, I have plans. But we're on to another page of putting dots in. Something is paused, it gets the gray because it's not done. It's just on pause, and I have to wait until I get the book back. And then it's sticking in the covers. It's a very straightforward process of how I do this all. And I found a nice size for the little book covers, game covers, movie covers. I found a nice size for all of them, and it works. You just gotta do what works for you, so. Like there, I realized, cut the tape too big. I'm gonna cut it in half, use it for 2 different spots, and just not being able to bend your wrist or thumb ways you're used to is so difficult. But went through, and I'm like, alright, this one, I rated this a 4 out of 5 movie. Quick, easy, no problem to mark that one. Then it's putting in the other covers because then I'm not flip-flopping them around and stuff. And I started new games. And in all fairness, one of the games I recorded after I filled out this bit for my journal because I had to make sure the game was actually loaded on my Switch before I could even play it. So you gotta do what you gotta do. But anyway, I even brought back a game I haven't touched in a year that I want to complete. I'm gonna end up playing the entire series anyways, so it's like, alright, well, we're gonna work now. And I am realizing my camera is shaking. It happens, but that is a fix that I can do, but I was having to push so hard to keep the steadiness so that way my handwriting was readable. That's why it is shaking. So hopefully by next month I won't have that problem, but we won't know until then. So, thanks for watching, and if you could like and subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated. Again, thank you for watching, and until next time, I am Umbrenero. Bye!